teenagers more stressed out than adults. More than a quarter of teens are extremely stressed in school.
Stress is, in a word, overwhelming.
Stress is stressful.
I am not stressed.
Stress is not the problem. We can't control the stress.
Stress makes you sick.
I am not stressed.
All of us are flawed. We all are going to fail now and then.
I am not
All of us are flawed.
Stress is stressful.
What is stress?
I am not stressed. I am stressed.
I feel a lot of pressure.
I don't know, a good amount. Pretty big pressure.
Not a lot, personally.
A lot. Kind of a lot.
There's a lot of pressure to get good grades. I don't really feel much pressure.
It's definitely a lot of pressure.
Academic pressure, something every student faces throughout their educational careers. But what exactly defines such a broad topic? According to American International Journal of Research in Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences, academic pressure can be narrowed down to a mental distress with respect to some anticipated frustration associated with academic failure or even an awareness to the possibility of such failure. Students have to face many academic demands, for example, school examination, answering questions in the class, showing progress in school subjects, understanding what the teacher is teaching, competing with other classmates, fulfilling teachers' and parents' academic expectations. We have decided that we wanted to interview several different students and get their own perspective on what academic pressure is for them and how it affects their everyday life, how it affects their mental health, physical health, all that. The first question we were interested in knowing was, where does this academic pressure come from?
I feel a lot of pressure because with my dad, he says if I don't get an A or a B, then it's not good enough.
It comes from my parents and me.
How's that?
Well, because like my parents always want like the best for me. Because I was like high score in junior high, like I was a straight A student through freshman year. And I pressure myself really hard, so that's what my student comes from.
A good amount. Like I should get good grades. I don't necessarily have the best grades, but I definitely I have much pressure to get good grades. It's pretty much family up to a point, and then like at that point then it's me. I'm like, oh, I really don't like that number.
Dad doesn't, he's just like, you know, do your best, and if you do your best, I'll be proud of you. And my mom's like, you better great on this. Or like, she doesn't like say that, but like, she makes me feel like that.
I mean, honestly, not a lot personally, but like from the school, there's a lot of pressure, but I don't really hold myself to that.
Especially going out of this as you grow up, you feel like you need to get into college and this because all of your peers are getting into it. I think that's a big thing. And obviously a lot of pressure comes from like parents to maintain good grades so that you can still have all the stuff that you have.
Is so much pressure. Sometimes, like, especially people who have anxiety, like, you can just kind of shut down from the pressure and not get as many things done, and it just feels like you have to perform at such a high level that you just don't.
It pushes me to do worse, because when I get like super stressed, I always like shut down before I do anything. So
I mean, I get kind of anxious. I'm like, I have all of these things that, like all these assignments from English that I need to get done or something, and like it doesn't affect me too much. I'm pretty good at just like just putting it off for a bit longer. But
Type of person who like pushes really hard, I go like 100%, like 110%, and then after like a certain amount of time, I'm just like, I'm dead. Like I'm just like shut down, and I just like burn myself out really easily.
Worse, because like I'm so focused on failing that I just like, you know, kind of freeze up, and then I'm like, what happens now? What do I need to do? Like, and then my mind just starts going everywhere.
My next question was, how much sleep do you get on average?
not a lot.
actually, it's
7 on average, and then like every once in a while I'll do 4 or 3.
But probably the most sleep I've got was 2 days yesterday, and that's because I was sick and I got to sleep.
6 hours. Yeah, I think I'm sitting good at 6. Yeah, 6, yeah, for sure.
I've only been getting 3 to 4 hours. Probably get about 4 to 6 hours.
There are so many more factors to look into about academic pressure and how it affects your mental health and physical health. But with the lack of time and research, we are unable to explore deeper ideas. But we did find an interesting TED Talk that explains simple solutions to help manage your stress.
You feel fit, you deal with stress better, and you feel less stressed. So taking care of yourself entails the following couple of things. Well, get enough sleep. But what is enough sleep? Well, about 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours a night, regularly. So at a regular going to bed and waking time. So the next thing is take care of your diet, which is eating a lot of veggies and nutrients and not as much sugars. Well, have some regular exercise as well, which helps for your stress tolerance. Be careful with alcohol, drugs, and those type of things, because they can sort of influence your stress tolerance even in the long run. And be careful about your intake of caffeine. Who among you have drunk more than, say, 5 cups of coffee today? Okay, you're a healthy group, so that's a couple of you. Yeah, okay. Caffeine really messes with your hormone balance. And the last thing is schedule some time in your week out of any activity. So that's time you schedule to do nothing at all, like veg on the couch, integrate stuff, think about stuff, right? So these are the basic things.